Hey guys, in today's video we're going to be figuring out why this truck has a parasitic draw, and we're going to locate it and fix it so we don't have this issue anymore of this battery dying. If you're new here, welcome to the channel and don't forget to subscribe. So the reason why I bought this truck so cheap is because there's a really bad parasitic draw. It would drain the battery about overnight, so that's why I bought it for pretty much 150 bucks. So just stay tuned. We're going to go figure it out and see what's causing it. Okay, so I currently have my multimeter set up in the amp position. So you want to have it not hooked up. This is how you want to have it. You want to have one battery, or you want to have the negative battery lead off of the battery. You want to put that lead onto there, on the battery. And then you want to have the other lead on the negative battery terminal or wire that you took off. If you don't do this, it will pop the fuse in there and you'll have to replace it. All right, so once you get it all hooked up, with your multimeter, you want to make sure that you are pretty much completing the circuit with the multimeter. Like I said, if you have the battery hooked up, you will blow the fuse in this and you'll have to get it replaced. So normally what I like to start with is I like to start pulling fuses. So you definitely want to use something like this. This is an extension for your leads on your multimeter. So you could have your voltmeter right there laying on the seat while you start pulling up some fuses. Pull fuses one by one. If you see it drop, then obviously that's the system you want to focus on. So say it's like the ABS module. You pull the ABS module fuse out, it drops. You want to pay attention to that circuit or area. So that's just an example. And also check the ajar switches. So just make sure you don't open up one door at a time, depending on if you have a crew cab or a single cab. Open up the driver's door, push in the switch, see if the lights turn off and on. Check with the passenger and, so on and so forth. Wouldn't hurt to have one of these. This is for the door trims. Takes off door trims really easy, or just any kind of trim you're taking off in a car. All right, so also you want to use a kit like this. This is a flex probe kit. It helps with probing into connectors and also modules. So like if you're connecting into like a connector wiring harness, you could use these so you don't widen up the pins with something like this, because when you widen them up, you'll have a poor connection and you'll even cause more of an issue than what you currently have. So I definitely recommend using something like this. You could purchase it on Amazon. I actually had this for quite some time. This is from when I was a technician at Ford. So you could even I normally use these. There's a lot of assortments that fit into what I'm using in pretty much any vehicle. So I use these instead of poking around with a multimeter lead, because you'll wind up those pins and just cause an issue, like I said. So definitely look into this. A couple of key things to also note is that when you start seeing bulbs removed, so you want to definitely check like your jar switches and all that. Like this truck had all of its bulbs removed pretty much except for a few. So like that one. Some other idea, like if you have like a Blazer or even just different vehicles that have like a hatch in the back, you definitely want to check to make sure that the jar switch is good. This truck has lights under here, which are part of like their automatic delay that they have. There's a light in here. I think there's a light somewhere in there, but you want to make sure that's all the way closed. You got lights in the right under here in the dash. I mean, not in the dash, but the glove box. You want to pay attention to those. You want to make sure that all these ajar switches are good. This light's not working, but you get what I'm saying. Even these little lights. So something like this, or like the glove box, you definitely want to pay attention to, because they will also trigger that light that's inside and run your battery dead as well. All right, so this is a whole nother day, a whole new video. So what I ended up finding was that this was not installed, and that hole lines up with this, so it kept all the lights on. And pretty much every single light bulb was pulled out of this thing except for a few, which were killing the batteries. The one down there, there's one on the bottom of that foot area that was not pulled, that was draining the battery, and I think there was a few others, but that was the problem. That's why I bought this truck for 150 bucks. Ended up being a 10-cent clip. Showing 2 amps. I'm gonna push in the button now. Yep, and there it goes, it's dead. So that was my problem. That was the battery draw. Definitely gonna have some more videos about this truck, so definitely stay tuned. We're gonna be doing a lot of stuff to this truck. This is gonna be my new trail rig. Gonna turn it into a 4-wheel drive. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and as always, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching.